What if your next ride didn't have wheels, but legs? Sounds strange, right? But in 2025, something wild happened. Kawasaki, yes, the company known for motorcycles, unveiled a machine that doesn't roll. It walks. It's called Corio, and it's a robotic horse powered by hydrogen. Not just fast, not just strong. This thing moves like a living creature, and it's not a toy. It's built to go where even tanks get stuck, through rubble, mud, mountains, and disaster zones. People are amazed, others are confused, and many are asking, why build something like this? Why would Kawasaki spend millions to reinvent the wheel? Literally. Here's the thing, Corio isn't just for show, it's a sign of what's coming. When roads break, when cities flood, or when rough terrain stops trucks, machines like this might be the only way to move people, supplies, or even soldiers. Some say it's the next step in disaster response. Others think it's being tested for military use. Either way, it's not science fiction anymore. It's here. Now picture this, a quiet machine, shaped like a horse powered by clean fuel, trotting across a collapsed city or climbing a hillside no car could ever reach. No wheels, just precise, powerful robotic legs. And it doesn't need a road, just a mission. And here's the real twist. In just a few minutes, you'll see why Corio might be more than just a cool invention. Because when you dig deeper, it's clear. Kawasaki didn't just build a robot. They may have launched an entirely new kind of transportation. So ask yourself this. If the machines of the future don't roll, but walk, what else is about to change? In April 2025, something strange and exciting happened at the Osaka Expo in Japan. Kawasaki, the company best known for fast motorcycles and heavy industry, shocked the world. They didn't reveal a new bike or engine. Instead, they rolled, or rather walked, out something completely unexpected, a four-legged robot named Corio. This robot doesn't use wheels. It walks like a horse, step by step, with legs that move almost like a living animal. It's powered by a 150cc hydrogen engine that produces electricity to run its systems. And instead of pollution, it releases only water vapor. That's right, no gas, no smoke, just clean steam. Now here's the twist. Kawasaki is known for making motorcycles, jet skis, even bullet train parts. But they've never built anything like this. This is like if Harley-Davidson suddenly built a spaceship. So why would a company famous for racing on wheels build a machine that walks? The answer might be in what wheels can't do. Think about it. Roads can crack, flood, or disappear in natural disasters. Wheeled vehicles can get stuck in mud, rubble, or steep hills. But legs can step, climb, and adapt. They can walk where trucks and tanks can't. That's the real reason Kawasaki made Corio. It's not just a machine, it's a tool for places where other machines fail. People first thought it was a tech demo, just a cool display. But the more you look at it, the more serious it seems. It's not small, it's built strong, and it moves with incredible balance using smart sensors to stay steady, even when the ground shakes or shifts. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening. So why the sudden shift? Some believe Kawasaki is thinking about the future, disaster zones, search and rescue missions, even military operations, places where roads don't exist, environments too dangerous for humans. If Corio can walk through those areas, carrying gear or even people, it could change everything. And this is just the beginning. Kawasaki may be preparing for a world where we can't rely on roads, or maybe where wheels just aren't enough anymore. Either way, Corio's walk could be the first step toward a very different future. But here's the real question. How does a robot like this actually walk without falling over? That's where the story gets even more amazing. Corio doesn't roll, it walks. And that changes everything. While most machines are built to move with wheels or tracks, Corio does something very different. It balances on four legs just like a real animal. That might sound strange, but it's exactly what makes it special. The key to Corio's movement is its balance system. Each leg is designed with robotic joints that copy the way real animals move. These joints adjust every second, responding to the ground underneath. Whether it's a rocky trail, stairs, or loose sand, Corio adapts. It's not stiff like an old robot. It moves like it's alive. Its feet, or hooves, aren't made of metal. They're covered in shock-absorbing rubber, like thick shoes that grip any surface. So even when the ground shakes or shifts, Corio stays steady. That makes it perfect for places where wheels would slip or sink. Steering Corio is simple. You don't push buttons or pull levers. Instead, it has a motorcycle-style handlebar, but you barely need to touch it. The real trick: you use your body. When you lean forward, Corio speeds up. When you shift left or right, it turns with you. It's like riding a living horse. And that's not just a fun detail. That's part of Kawasaki's idea. They didn't want to build a machine you operate. They wanted to build something you bond with. It's designed so you feel connected to it. So even if you're in a disaster zone or the middle of nowhere, you don't feel alone. Under the frame, Corio is made from carbon fiber and lightweight alloy, making it strong but not heavy. That means it can carry tools, gear, or even people, but still move with agility. It runs on a 150cc hydrogen engine, which generates electricity for its motors. That means no harmful gas, only water vapor comes out. But here's the twist. Corio isn't fast. Don't expect it to race like a motorcycle. That's not the point. It's designed for rough terrain, the kind of places cars, bikes, and tanks can't go. It's slow, steady, and precise. And in the world of robotics, that's a big deal. Some critics ask, why build a robot that walks instead of drives? The answer is simple. Wheels fail when the world breaks down, after earthquakes, during floods, in war zones. Legs keep going. They step over debris, climb stairs, and move across landscapes too wild for tires. So Kawasaki didn't just build a cool robot. They reimagined how humans can move through broken places. And they made it easy, natural, even a little emotional. But that leads to a bigger question. If it's not just for fun and not built for speed, what future is Corio really designed for? Corio isn't just a cool robot ride, it's a message. A quiet but powerful statement about where the world is heading and how Kawasaki plans to lead the way. At first glance, Corio looks like something out of science fiction. But under the sleek design is something even more important: a clean energy engine. Corio doesn't use gas or diesel. It runs on hydrogen, one of the cleanest fuels on Earth. That means when it moves, it releases no smoke, no smell, no pollution, only water vapor. This is a big deal because most machines built for tough environments, like trucks or tanks, run on dirty fuel. But Corio is made for those same tough places with none of the harmful emissions. Picture it walking through a forest fire zone, helping firefighters carry tools or supplies. Imagine it stepping over broken buildings after an earthquake to reach survivors that trucks can't. And it's not just for emergencies. In poor, remote villages with no roads, Corio can carry medicine, food, or water. In military zones, it can patrol rough terrain quietly without giving off heat or fumes that might give it away. Here's where it gets more interesting. Corio is not a one-off machine. It's part of a bigger plan. Kawasaki isn't just building this robot. They're building an entire family of hydrogen-powered machines, including motorcycles, trains, ships, and now walkers. Corio is a symbol of Kawasaki's clean energy future. So while it looks like a fun invention, it's much more serious. This robot could become a key part of how we respond to disasters, reach remote areas, and shift away from gas-powered machines. It's not just a gadget. It's the start of new infrastructure, the kind that could reshape transport in extreme conditions. But here's where people start asking, is Kawasaki ready for this leap? Sure, they know motorcycles. They've built ships, even bullet trains. But walking robots? That's a whole new world. And that brings tension, because building something like Corio isn't just about putting legs on a bike. It takes robotics knowledge, AI control, terrain sensors, and the ability to adjust movement in real time. It's a field dominated by companies like Boston Dynamics, not traditional vehicle makers. So now the question shifts. Can Kawasaki really compete in this space? Or is Corio just a flashy idea that will never reach full potential? They've made a bold move, but boldness alone isn't enough in robotics. Next, we'll look at Kawasaki's strange robotic history. and why Corio might not be their first step into walking machines. Corio may seem like a surprise, but it's not Kawasaki's first step into the world of robotics. In fact, they've been quietly building their robot legacy for over 60 years. Back in the 1960s, Kawasaki helped create Japan's first industrial robot. It was called the Unimate, and it worked on car assembly lines. At the time, this was groundbreaking. While most companies were still focused on traditional machines, Kawasaki began shaping the future of automation. Since then, they've built robotic arms, factory automation tools, and even robots for surgery. These machines didn't just move, they thought, adjusted, and learned in real time. It's not just about building robots anymore. It's about building robots that can do real work in the real world. One of their most advanced machines is called Hinatari, a robot designed to assist with surgery. It can make careful, life-saving movements inside the human body with extreme precision. This shows just how far Kawasaki has come, not only in power, but in control, balance, and sensitivity. All these skills are key to making a four-legged robot like Corio walk smoothly. And here's where things get interesting. Corio combines all of this old knowledge into something brand new. It blends the movement of animals, the stability of surgical robots, and the endurance of industrial machines. The result is not just a machine, it's something you can ride, steer, and even bond with. That's what makes Corio different. It's not here to replace factory workers. It's not a toy, and it's not trying to be a car. It's the start of a new idea. Machines that move like life and feel almost alive. But this shift brings a new kind of tension. For decades, robots were hidden in factories, away from the public. Now Kawasaki is bringing one out into the open, onto roads, trails, maybe even into your daily life. Is the world ready for that? Because Corio isn't just a machine, it challenges our ideas of what transportation is supposed to look like. People ride bikes, scooters, and cars. They don't ride walking robots that breathe vapor and move like a horse. Not yet anyway. Some will be excited, others will be uncomfortable. But that's how change always starts, with something that feels strange at first. Kawasaki didn't jump into robotics overnight. They've been preparing for this for decades. Now they're blending mobility, emotion, and energy tech into one shape. And the real question isn't just, can this work? It's, will people accept it? Coming up next, let's look at how people have reacted and why Corio's emotional impact might matter more than its speed or power. So, is the world ready for Corio? Kawasaki seems to think so, because they're already showing it around the globe. Most people don't realize how much Kawasaki already powers the modern world. They build more than just motorcycles. Their tech runs in places like Boeing airplanes, the New York City subway, and Japan's high-speed bullet trains. They've quietly supplied parts and systems for transportation, aviation, and energy for decades. So when Kawasaki builds something new, it's not just for show. And Corio, it's not a gimmick. It's a real test, a way to see how the public reacts to riding a robot. This means Corio might only be the beginning. If the tests go well, Kawasaki could release robot horses for farming, security patrols, or even luxury wilderness tours. Just imagine staying at a resort where your ride isn't a car, but a walking machine. But here's where things get interesting. What if Corio isn't the final goal? What if it's just step one in a much bigger plan? Watching Corio move isn't just watching a robot, it's seeing an idea come to life. Kawasaki didn't just break the rules, they left them behind. So now the question isn't, would you ride one? It's, how soon before you'll need to? Corio might look strange now, a robot horse walking on four legs. But remember, the first electric car looked weird too. And now they're everywhere. Kawasaki's Corio isn't just a fun idea. It mixes clean energy, smart robotics, and a design that can go places regular wheels can't. All of that is packed into one strong, smart machine. It's not science fiction. It's science walking into our real world. If this surprised you or made you think, hit like, share this video, and subscribe. We're here to explore the wildest tech shaping tomorrow, and this is just the beginning. And now, your turn. Would you ride Corio into a storm? Would you trust your life to a robot with legs when roads are gone? Let us know in the comments below. The future is walking toward us, and it's time to talk about it.